Hello, listeners, and welcome to Spooky Time with Mike and Mindy.
Hiya, spookers.
Hi, everyone. So, we figured now would be a good time before Halloween Horror Nights officially opens and there's a bunch of spoilers and things that we're going to be really tempted to look at. We should put out there what our most anticipated houses are going to be.
Yeah.
Again. So for Halloween Horror Nights 29, year 2019 in Orlando Studios, Florida. Sorry.
Yeah, so this actually won't be coming out until after Halloween Horror Nights has been going on, but we wanted to record this so that we can't change our anticipation list based off of spoilers.
We want it to be locked on these coordinates.
We want it to be fair, like based off of just the announcements.
Yes,
themselves.
just the anticipation, not like, oh man, I saw that, it looks cool.
Exactly.
Like, no. Obviously, like, our anticipated list is not going to match our favorite list. It never does.
No.
We do this every year, and it's never the same. And it's just really fun to see what you were most excited for, and then, like, the disappointments, or just the stuff you had no idea because you just were expecting nothing out of it, and it blew you away.
Right, exactly. Like, what really... There's just things that you have no idea that the creative team is going to be capable of, or what you're really walking into.
Exactly.
Yeah, your list is going to be totally different. I've never had the same list from before and after. Even after I saw spoilers and changed it around, it still was never the same.
For sure. Well, I'm going to try and stay spoiler free.
Yeah.
Mindy usually does look up spoilers for, just preparatory reasons, personal triggers and whatnot.
Yes.
I thankfully don't have as many personal triggers, so I can just kind of go through lackadaisically and...
Yeah.
Is that the right word? I don't know, that's fine.
Yeah, well... Yeah, so I usually do look up some spoilers just to make sure that I know if I'm walking into certain things that'll trigger my depression or anxiety. But Mike doesn't have to do that. So
I don't.
And I'm going to try to be a little bit more spoiler-free this year than before in previous years, depending on how I feel. So we'll see how it goes.
For sure.
All right, so how do you want to do this, Mike?
So... how we're going to do this. So we were just outside on the porch with our orange rope light and some anti-mosquito candles glowing, and we just pretty much just blew through this real quick. I feel it was really quick, but we're pretty efficient at it nowadays.
Yeah.
Especially, too, with knowing what the other person is really wanting to rank as, but they just don't want to, and we kind of talk each other through it.
Yeah.
That being said, the presentation of this is going to be, we will... tell you what our ranks are. We're going to go through the houses as they were announced. Mm-hmm. We'll each say what our rank is and why. And then at the end of the episode, we'll do a recap where I will list out my houses from least anticipated to most anticipated, so 10 to 1. And then Mindy will recap her least anticipated to most anticipated 10 to 1.
Yeah.
So we're going to just go through the list of houses once, tell you where it falls on each of our most anticipated lists, and then right at the end, we'll just recap them real quick.
Yep.
Okay. Is that about it? Do you feel like you're ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ready to talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about it. I know you are. You're like super excited.
I am so excited to talk about this. So, the first house that was announced for Halloween Horror Nights 29 was Stranger Things.
Yes.
Which we later found out was mostly 2 and somewhat maybe 3.
Yeah, maybe a room at the end of... for season 3.
The tease is 3.
Yeah.
Or something. That being said, Mindy, where did you rank Stranger Things?
Absolute last.
Me too.
And this is last. It's not even close to number 9, in my opinion. Because when we go through this list of 10 to 1, eventually it just gets to the such a small smidge away from beating out one or the other.
Right.
But
we're talking thousandths or millions.
Yeah, but Stranger Things for me, I can say for 100% certainty, it is my least anticipated house.
Do you want to tell us why?
Well, I think it's going to be beautiful. I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be absolutely true to season 2. I just don't think it's scary. I didn't care for half of season 2. I am excited to go through like tunnels and dirt smells, but I'm gonna get that in some of the other houses. So this really, whatever. It's just not a big deal for me.
Okay.
What about you?
So I ranked it last for me because I was pretty excited for Stranger Things last year, and then I went through it and I realized, oh, of course this is what it is. It's just scenes.
It's Stranger Things
from the show. That being said, season 2, my least favorite season of Stranger Things. I wouldn't say I disliked it, but just my least favorite.
Yeah.
Of the 3. That being said, I also am not a huge fan of the type of crowd that it draws in, which is a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Last year was so crowded, and this year's going to be crowded yet again because of Stranger Things.
I mean, more people means more money, means a bigger budget for Halloween Horror Nights, which is awesome.
That's good for them, but as someone that goes to it, it
makes the lines longer.
It makes the lines longer,
busier.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So just from an experience from our perspective.
Yeah.
So not, I guess I didn't mean to say like, boo Universal.
No, yeah.
Nothing like that at all. I mean, it makes sense why they would do it. Of course, it's a business. They want to make money.
Yeah.
But from my experience, I'm not too excited about that.
Well, I mean, it will have a long line, which will draw all those people into that line rather than some of the other lines.
Which is going to be right at the freaking front.
Probably,
So,
but we don't really spend a lot of time at the front either.
That's true. So I will give it just one small saving grace.
Yeah.
Which is I'm a little excited because Stranger Things Season 2 is where they introduced the arcade, and the front scare zone is going to be an arcade.
That's a good point.
So maybe a little bit of tie-in there. Looking forward to it a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I hope so.
From my end of it, now you said dead last, whatever. Mine is my least anticipated, but it's not like
not nearly.
It's
as far
not
away
bottom
as
of the
mine.
barrel,
Yeah.
but it is my least anticipated because for the most part, I feel like I know exactly what I'm going to get.
Exactly.
And it's going to be good, and it's going to be well done.
Oh yeah.
But I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you feel you've said everything you need to about Stranger Things?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you need me to talk more about
No,
Stranger Things,
no,
go to
no,
the
no,
other episode that we talked about.
That's true. Oh yeah, and of course all these we have announcement.
Yeah, we have
podcast
announcement
for,
episodes
so
if you missed those.
Feel free to go back to those.
Yeah.
All right, so Nightingales, Blood Pit.
I know. Yeah.
Mindy, where did you rank this one?
It's 7th on my list.
Okay, why so? That seems a
one,
little lower.
I know. Honestly, when you get past Stranger Things, all of these are super close. I am really excited for this one. It's just that the monsters themselves, I just feel like they're lower, for me.
Sure.
And
you've mentioned monsters don't quite scare you personally.
Yeah.
as much.
Well,
okay.
and I'm not going to pick up on the historical accuracy or anything like that if we are doing like gladiator stuff. And like, I'm not good with history and like understanding like, oh, that costume makes perfect sense. And like this structure looks just like, whatever. I love the details of Halloween Horror Nights, but I feel like a lot of the details on this house may be lost on me just because I don't know history that well.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why this one's a bit lower for me, is I just don't think I'm going to pick up on those details as much as I am in some of the other houses.
Well, Mindy, you saw Rome burning in Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, so I'm set.
Also, too, like, I mean, maybe you should have paid a bit more attention in history class to learn about the Nightingales. They recovered pretty extensively.
Really?
No.
Oh.
No. The Nightingales are make-believe. They're not real monsters.
I was like, wait, were they, like,
No.
are they really, like, maybe are they, like, a mythological
No.
creature
I don't think
or
they're
something?
a mythological creature, no.
All right, well, where'd you put it?
I put it under your ranking of number 7. I ranked it 8th.
Yeah.
8th. So why I put it a little lower on my list is because I get the feeling that this is going to go the way that Carnival Graveyard went for me last year.
Yeah.
Where could have been like a lot of potential, could have been something really awesome, but just doesn't quite meet your expectations or doesn't quite deliver on what you're hoping for what you're expecting.
I feel the same way as far as like the structures and stuff that I expect to see in Blood Pit. Am I really going to get that extensive of a
Are you going to be
structure?
walking into a massive Coliseum?
Yeah.
Probably not. But that's okay. I mean, how can you do that? I mean, space is limited.
Or maybe we're totally wrong and they'll blow us out of the water.
And that's just it. So don't think we're all Debbie Downers, because it's fun to do this list, because it's also fun to go back and see how wrong or right we were.
Exactly.
So I'm fine with making declarative statements that can be wrong. I have no issue with being wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I often am, all the time.
Yeah, we do this list anyways to see how wrong we were.
Yeah, pretty much. So, again, I don't have much else to say. I've always been a fan of history, so maybe there will be like a Colosseum aspect or some kind of thing. It'll be interesting to see how much they try to make it true to what they're going for versus just like people in close-ish enough costumes that get ripped apart by monsters, but
Sure.
it's fine.
Yep.
Okay. Well, the next house that got announced then was Universal Monsters. So, Mindy, where does that rank for you?
I kind of hate how low I ranked this one because I am very excited for it. I ranked it 8th.
Okay.
But I am looking forward to seeing how this house is done, if it's room by room by room with like monster, and like what kind of details they sneak in, or are they mixing them all like together, or
who knows?
I mean, we don't really know how it's going to happen, and this is one of the houses that I'm really hoping, I guess maybe we should have done that, is like which 6 do we also hope is in Unmasking the Horror one. This is one of the ones that I really hope we get to go through with the lights on.
We're going to make an episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because we haven't done Unmasking the Horror. So we can do like a what we're expecting and then afterwards as well.
Oh, okay. So this will be like a 2-parter post. You'll see our house anticipation one that's posted, and then we'll also post this one as well, the Unmasking the Horror anticipation list.
But you can give a sneak peek of that though if you'd help us talk through.
Yeah.
That's
so
fine. You're not forbidden from talking about it. I'm just saying I like that. Let's do that.
But this is one I definitely hope that we get a lights on tour of, because I feel like this is the house that's gonna have all the details and all the props,
maybe props that were actually in the movies.
I mean, I have no idea, and getting all that extra detail is going to be really awesome. So I am really looking forward to this house, but to actually walk through it, it's a bit lower,
Yeah.
What about you?
So I ranked this one number 9.
Which is shocking, because in our announcement episode of this one, you were just like, this is number 1, nothing can beat it, this is amazing.
I know.
And it is like almost last for you.
I've had some time to think about it. And again, and I was pretty clear about this from the start.
Yeah.
If it was black and white, and they stated that very clearly from the beginning, and that's what it was, this would be my number 1.
Right.
That being said, it's my 9th most anticipated. That doesn't mean that it can't climb the ranks to be the number 1 by the end of it. But Universal Monsters Classic, it's going to be great. I love, Scare Actor Dining, that it's in the Classic Monsters Cafe.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love all of it. But again, knowing that it's not going to be like the black and whites, and Hollywood actually is going to have Frankenstein meets the Wolfman as the house.
Yeah.
Whereas in Orlando, it's Universal Monsters.
Right.
So that would have also played a different factor if if it was a Hollywood review, or that one was here instead of there, or at both. But anyway, I don't know. It's what am I most anticipating, right? I'm excited for it, but I kind of feel like I know what I'm gonna get. I feel like it is gonna be a room by room, monster by monster.
Sure.
And I don't think it's going to be bad. I don't think any of these are going to be bad.
None of these are going to be bad. They're all going to be awesome. We're going to go through all of them multiple times.
Exactly.
But this is not a list of what is the worst house. It's what is just at the bottom of our list.
So, that being said, I think it's one of the ones I'm least anticipating, just because I feel, again, like I know what I'm going to get. Mm-hmm. I know what I'm going to get, and it's not quite what I want.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Could totally be wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway. Well, that's fine. I don't have much else to say about that one. So, Mindy, the next one that was announced was Depths of Fear.
Yeah.
Where does that rank for you?
This one's 9th
Number
for me.
9. Why
yeah. I just feel like the claustrophobia is definitely going to be scary for me, but I'm not excited to walk into tight areas. So that like lowers it on my anticipation list. But then also the idea of these creatures, I honestly just picture like Davy Jones's crew and like Bootstrap Bill with like
From the Pirates movies,
yeah, like with just like things like stuck to
Barnacles
his
on 'em
face, and I'm just like I just don't find it that scary. But I know that they mentioned like creatures with like eggs and like using people as hosts and whatever. So there's probably gonna be some good scares. It's just low, you know. I don't think it's gonna be.
It's low.
Yeah.
Pretty like
within the
low,
depths.
like pretty pretty down there.
Yeah. Yeah. I am looking forward to it though, because I think it'll be a pretty house as long as it's not too dark. So what do you think?
For sure. So for me, I ranked this number 7. So this is where I'm getting towards that phenomenon that you just described, where even though the numbers are linear, the disposition, if you will, the space in between each number is either greater or smaller. Now I'm getting to the not much space in between each linear number that were ranked.
Yeah.
So Depths of Fear for me is number 7. It is a little bit lower, but I'm excited for it because I think it is going to be dark, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of black lights. Yeah. And there's going to be a lot of like fluorescent painted face stuff, or
I think of Tomb of the Ancients then, and like they tried to do that, but it was still so dark in that house. But maybe they learned from that, and this house will be better.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, so I think Depths of Fear for me, what I think back to was the Dead Man's Wharf.
Yeah.
And I feel like if they can pull off something that's similar to that, where it was a bunch of like deep sea divers that had been kind of like monsterified.
Yeah.
You know, if they can do something similar to that, this is going to be visually a stunning house.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but still a little bit lower, because for me personally, it's not going to be something that's really horrifying or terrifying for me.
Yeah.
I'm not really claustrophobic. The idea of being down in, the depths of the water, I can't really relate to it, so it doesn't really get to me.
Right. It's a situation that we're like never going to be in.
Pretty much.
Like you just can't relate to it.
Exactly.
Right.
But again, anticipated list.
Right.
So number 7 for me.
Yeah.
I feel confident saying that.
Yeah. That
so
makes sense.
On the lower end, but again, like at this point, I think it's starting to get where each of the numbers for me are getting pretty close.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So the next house that was announced was Yeti, Terror of the Yukon.
I'm super excited for this house. It's 4th on my list.
And if we didn't cover it in the announcement video, Mindy is a huge Finding Bigfoot fan. Whoa, what was that? Did you hear that?
Did you hear that?
Oh my God.
Did you hear that knock?
There was a knock.
Oh.
I mean, we can't prove that it wasn't
right.
Bigfoot.
Yeah. But it was me. Yeah, I'm really excited. I think that this house is going to be really pretty. Anytime that there's anything towering over you, making you feel small too, is also very scary. I think
like Scarecrow.
I'm excited for the effects of like being cold or snow or like caves made out of snow and ice and stuff like that. And like I'm really looking forward to this house, and I kind of hope that it isn't just Yetis, but they also have like some creatures.
Or like wolves or something?
Yeah.
Like some other...
Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm kind of expecting seeing like wolves or bears of some kind or whatever also in this house. Like additional things to scare you that aren't just Yetis.
Okay.
So I can't wait to see what they do with this house, especially because this idea came from basically an idea that was thrown out. So like...
That's true.
I think it's just a really fascinating
It's the spirit sequel
house.
to an idea that wasn't ever going to be its own house, but got to be part of a house of a bunch of house ideas that weren't houses.
Yeah. So I love where this house came from, and I think that because this grew from something like that, that the creative team probably was given a lot of liberty to do a lot of really cool stuff. So I'm really excited for it. What about you?
Well, not to give away like my tops right away, but number 2 for me.
I know.
Number 2 for me, and I can tell you why. I loved Slaughter Cinema. Favorite house of all time that I've been to at Halloween Horror Nights. It's an original idea, and it's just so fun, great. They did a perfect job with it. So, loving that. I have, again, anticipation for getting the same type of vibes from Yeti Terror of the Yukon. Obviously, the geography has changed. The setting will have changed. It won't be a swamp.
Right.
It'll be, barren, icy, snowy wasteland. But one thing I am kind of hoping for or looking forward to is, I know, like, the scares happen with things coming out at you, but I hope there's a bit of an aspect of when you get into one of the caves, you just hear yelling or or a thunderous roar or someone being ripped apart.
I'm sure we'll get that. I hope
there's like that echoing thing that kind of makes you like, oh geez, I really don't want to walk through this cave right now.
The echoing noises.
Yes.
That has to happen. Otherwise, how do you know you're really in a cave?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's a good point.
But you're right, though. As far as the elemental experience, I am hoping for lots and lots of air conditioning. I'm really hoping to get that. I'm hoping to get chilled.
Yeah. Well, and I love, like, when they use, like, the fans and your hair, like, so I obviously have long hair, so, like, when your hair is just whipping around and, like, you just feel
Mindy
cold.
Will, she'll look to me, she'll like, oh, man, don't you feel that wind whipping your hair around? I'm like,
no, because he's got too much shorter hair.
So.
But I'm just like, whoosh, and I love it. So I'm really excited about this house, too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, well, cool. So the next house that was announced is Ghostbusters! So, Mindy, where did you rank Ghostbusters?
I put it as 5. And I think it's at the right spot, but like we were saying, everything is just like so close.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah, but I'm so excited for this house too. Like,
is there any like particular reason why it's more middle and not kind of further up? Or obviously we know why it wouldn't be lower, but why would it be like middle of the pack versus top tier for you?
I mean,
again, middle of the pack not being bad, but
yeah, I love Ghostbusters. They just don't beat out all the other ones I have ranked above it.
Got it.
It's really hard to explain. Like, this is up there, though. Like you were saying, they're all so close together.
Yeah.
And if I could put them all at, like, 1 and 2, pretty much, that would be great.
Sure. And tied for second place are 5 houses. No.
Yeah. And, like, I also don't want my expectations to be too high for Ghostbusters, because I don't want to get disappointed by it.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's smart. This is not a house you want to be disappointed by. Or set yourself up for
exactly. Like, I want to go in expecting that I'm going to feel, like, nostalgic, like, back in the day. I'm hoping to get some, like, early 90s vibes. I hope that they have ecto-cooler drinks. You know, I hope that they have a lot of, like, merch and stuff that goes along with Ghostbusters. I think that I'm just excited for Ghostbusters in general to be at Universal.
A Ghostbusters presence to be there. Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, your anticipation of Ghostbusters is mostly to deal with what it means for the park and not so much to deal with the actual house.
Right. But I am excited for the house. I just don't think that it's possible to capture all the humor that you get from the movies in a house, and that's kind of what I really love about Ghostbusters is the comedy aspect of it, and I think that'll be very hard to capture within the house.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a little bit lower, I think.
Okay. No, I totally get that.
Yeah.
Makes sense. For me, I ranked it number 4.
Yeah.
So only one above where you ranked yours. You know, if anyone thinks I was grilling you a bit.
Oh, no, yeah.
I wasn't trying to grill you, but I'm curious. So for me, I put it 4th. I am excited that this got announced. It's something that was always on growing up and all that stuff. I'm excited to see, knowing what Universal has done in years past, I'm excited to see what they do here.
Yeah.
Some of the things, like, I'm hoping for in my mind. So I might be setting myself up for those disappointments, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get marshmallow smells at the end of it with the
Yes.
Stay Puft.
I'm trying to not assume I'm gonna get that smell because that smell automatically puts it at like number 2 for me because I love marshmallow smell.
Well, those Stay Puffs gotta be in it, and then when they explode them, so I want it to smell like toasted marshmallows or
Yeah,
burnt
I want
marshmallows.
to walk through like the gooey like marshmallow.
Yes,
I
want to walk through it so bad.
Yeah.
I'm also really interested to see how they get the effect of their
ray guns.
plasma guns, ray guns,
I don't know.
plasma packs that power some type of.
Okay, we'll apparently watch it again.
Well, we're gonna have to. All right. So anyway, yeah. So, but number 4 for me, just because I don't know, I didn't expect that this could be part of it. I'm glad that it somehow did.
Yeah, there were a lot of like unexpected IPs this year that I am just so excited for.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I feel that's good. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm looking forward to it. Again, I didn't think about it the way that you said it, where what the impact of Ghostbusters as a house means for the event overall this year.
Sure.
I'm hoping for that as well. I'm
Yeah.
hoping for all the merch, all the cool stuff that my parents never got for me. Like,
Yeah. I'm totally buying a Slimer hat. If
what if they have like
one.
a Ghostbusters backpack? Like, come on.
Oh yeah.
I'm just, yep, getting super nerdy here. I don't know.
Or a mug. I love cups.
See?
A Slimer mug.
Ooh, I like it.
I know, it'd be so cool.
I'm excited for that. I'm anticipating it. I feel like they're gonna do a good job at bringing some of these scenes, these iconic scenes to life in front of me.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, the next house that was announced is Killer Clowns.
I know. It's
Mindy.
It's my number 1.
Oh, what? Who would have known?
I know. If you listen to our announcement episodes, I'm like so excited about it.
We sat down and we're like writing them out, and like she was like filling out from the bottom up. I'm like, just put Killer Clowns as your number 1. She's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, I just looked at her and she put number 1 by it. Okay, go ahead. But why? Why? Go ahead. Gush about it. It's your number 1.
I've already gushed about it so much in the announcement episode. Honestly, go listen to that if you need more details.
Then give us some highlights here.
I can't wait for the smells. I can't wait for the music.
Cotton candy,
I can't
blood,
wait. Yeah, I can't
circus.
wait for the idea of merch. Like, I'm a big merch person, and so having this presence again be a part of Halloween Horror Nights, that just means possibly more awesome Killer Clown stuff. I love them. They're so cute, but so deadly. And if there's the ventriloquist police guy, like, I'm gonna die. That's horrifying. Like,
yeah, that'll be a scary one.
and I can't wait to go through the tunnels of the Big Top, and I can't wait to see Clownzilla and like all this stuff. I'm so excited. And the baby clowns and stuff with like the popcorn, and I can't wait. I can't wait. What about you?
As you were saying Clownzilla, something popped in my head, but
Yeah.
I'll say the number first and then I'll get into it. So,
Okay.
Killer Clowns for me is number 3.
Yeah.
So it's in my top.
Yeah.
It's in my top 3.
Yeah.
You mentioned Clownzilla. Remember no, you don't, because you didn't see it. So in Hive, there was a stilt walking part. So
I keep telling you that wasn't in that house. I know
really
exactly what you're talking about.
tall vampire
Yeah.
walking towards you. It had to be Hive because that was the only vampire house, hon. Anyway, so Clownzilla is definitely going to be like stilt and super tall and like go from further away with giant footstep sounds coming closer to you. And
I
it's
do
gonna freak
remember
out.
the effect. I can't
they
place
also
it in
did,
Hive.
Poltergeist too, with the big like white whatever.
Oh
things.
yeah.
So maybe that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Killer Clowns 3. God, classic movie.
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
We're just
so
gonna
awesome.
sing the theme song the entire weekend.
Pretty much,
yeah.
and I just want to hear it. I'll just sit outside of the house just to hear it on
Yeah.
loop. But anyway, I'm looking forward to like how they do the shadow puppet stuff, or just really any scenes that they choose to do. Again, Universal does a great job. I'm looking forward to whatever they choose to have in there, to put it there and to do a really good job with it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't need to say much more than that. I mean,
yeah, honestly, if you need us to gush on and on about Killer Clowns, listen to the anticipation episode because we could not stop talking about it.
Pretty much, because that Scare Zone was...
And I don't want to say everything we already said in a different podcast.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we'll move on to the next one.
Okay.
So, next one that was announced is Us. So, Mindy, where does Us rank on your list of most anticipated?
I have it as number 6.
As do I.
And the reason I have it a little bit lower is because I feel like this movie, is more of like a psychological type of thriller, and there's a lot of meaning and message that goes in the movie. While I'm excited for like the mirror maze and like seeing like the guy standing outside of like the fun house and stuff, like with dripping blood off of his hand and like all those things, like I just don't know how the feeling of the movie is going to really be presented in the house. You know, like I know, like I felt so uneasy for a lot of that movie and so confused half the time and just like on the edge of my seat, just like watching Adelaide like go through this like growth and process and like being so scared, and you're not gonna get that from this house, you know? So
I totally understand.
And like having like people in red jumpsuits jump out and stuff, like fine, but they did say that they're gonna have like you're gonna have to face yourself in this house. So I'm really intrigued by that aspect to know what that means. You know, I can't wrap my head around it and what they're gonna do, which is another reason I don't really want to see a lot of spoilers, because I want to just straight up experience what they mean, because I think it's going to be awesome. And I think that this house is going to skyrocket for me once we go through it and actually see how it's done. I can't wrap my head around it, which is kind of ironic since like it's such a mind warping movie.
Oh.
So.
No, I agree. So mine was 6 as well. How I feel this is going to go is very similar to like the Blumhouse Happy Death Day house, where...
Happy Death... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like that part of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I feel it's going to be. And what I mean by that is, like, it's just going to be people in red jumpsuits that are just going to jump out at you.
But that's like the Happy Death Day was like repeat scene, you're entering the bedroom over and over again.
True, but it was the singular baby face coming at you.
Gotcha.
So in that
so like
aspect,
the same scare, but that's similar to like Halloween then or something.
Exactly.
With like Michael Myers.
It's going to be the slasher. I feel like
Gotcha.
Us, as it's going to be presented to me in a haunted house here, you know, it scares them, or they call them mazes. Well, either way.
Yeah.
What it means to me is I feel like the only way they're going to effectively portray it is it's going to be like the slasher come get you. Like the babyface slasher, the Michael Myers slasher, people in red jumpsuits with scissors coming at you, and like the scenery will change.
Sure.
So like you'll be in the mirror maze, or you'll be in a house by the lake, or you'll be whatever, but it's going to be the same type of attack or you know, danger.
Well, and the thing too is like the people that went after you and like the people that went after the people in Us were like their duplicates. So it's kind of weird to have your non-duplicate chase after you. Like there was one portion when they were in a different house when they were attacked by other people.
For sure.
But like mainly you're fighting yourself.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that's so scary about Us.
And how can they do that?
And how can they do that throughout the house? You know?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited for it.
Oh,
though.
I'm not excited for it, but that's why it's in the like bottom half.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, down to the last two here.
Mm-hmm.
So, the second to last house that was announced for this year is Graveyard Games. And Mindy, where did you rank this?
It's second on my list.
Okay.
I've said before that like paranormal and then like people are like my scariest things. But I think also Graveyard Games is going to be beautiful. Like I'm really excited for the scenery of this one, and I'm excited to see the scare actor costumes and designs. I think they're just going to be awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it. Plus, I can't wait for the interactivity that's being promised with this game, where you get to message the Halloween Horror Nights Facebook page and actually speak to people from the town to get more information and detail on like the history and the lore of this graveyard. So,
Yes.
and like the idea that it has games like in it, like I just feel like I'm going to be toyed with by these spirits and stuff, which is really scary but awesome too, like at the same time. I'm really looking forward to it. And I feel like it's going to be like all those like pretty blue spectral type of colors, and like you get to go through like the Louisiana style graveyard, and I can't wait to see it. So
You're right. So what you're thinking is it's going to be like Dead Waters.
like really pretty.
Yes, like so kind of like a bayou-y, really pretty scenery walking through.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to agree with you there. I ranked it number 5.
Yeah.
And by no means is that like a bad thing. I feel that number 5 for me, like this is going to be a solid house.
Oh yeah.
I feel it's just going to be a solid house.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to hit its marks. I think it's going to be really great, like exactly pretty much what I'm expecting out of it. So middle of the pack for me.
Yeah.
But that by no means discounts it.
Right,
I
yeah.
think like the interactivity is going to be a really unique thing.
Yeah.
I am excited for like visually what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
So I think strong contender right there in the middle. Like that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this being an original that does a really unique job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So then the last house, if you've been keeping track, kudos to you. But anyway, last one that was announced, House of 1,000 Corpses,
Yes.
which we just watched on
Yeah.
a couple days ago
Yeah.
at time of recording.
Yes.
So, Mindy, House of 1,000 Corpses, Rob Zombie, where do you rank it?
I ranked it 3rd.
All right.
I honestly didn't want to rank it that high because I'm so scared. I'm so scared to go into this house.
Mm-hmm.
But also that does make it higher on my list because I am so scared to go into this house.
Yep.
But I'm excited for the music. I'm excited for the colors. I'm excited for all the opportunities this movie presents for a house. Like it's such a perfect movie to make into a Halloween Horror Nights house. Like, I don't think they could have asked for a better property, honestly. I think it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to, like, rock out, but also scream and run into walls. Like, it's going to be amazing.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot else to say because it's just so scary and horrifying. So, I'm sure it'll be one of my favorite houses, though. So, what about you?
Number 1.
I know.
For me, it's number 1. And I'll go...
Why? Tell us why.
Why? I'll say a big reason is exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
That you are going to be really scared. So part of Halloween Horror Nights is who you go with, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes the house that you love the most is the one where your friend or your loved one or your family member or whoever just freaks out.
Yeah.
And just, like you said, runs into walls,
Yeah.
screams, collapses, punches your back a lot if they're
Yeah.
behind you. Like,
Yeah.
the reactions out of the people you go with sometimes is what literally makes this event worth going to.
Yeah.
And I'm anticipating
Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre level
Texas
scares.
Chainsaw, where you are all out sprinting back and
I
forth
was
and back
so
and forth.
scared. I
So-
was like shoving people out of the way to run away.
Exactly. That's why this is my number 1.
Okay.
Other reasons too, which I'll go into, but I'm not gonna lie. The number 1 reason why this is my number 1 is because how you are going to be to watch
oh my
going
god.
through this.
Oh
So-
god. Going through that skeleton tunnel. I'm literally just gonna like fall to the floor. I'm just gonna have to crawl through it.
Yep. So, aside from that, visually speaking, watching this movie and all the scenes and the environments that we were presented with in the movie, I can picture in my head going through it.
Yeah.
That's also why it's my most anticipated, because I can literally picture myself going through it in advance of actually being there.
Yeah.
And which is difficult for me. But I can actually see myself going through all of these things.
Yeah.
The row of the skeletons. I can picture going through the chicken shack place at the start, the gas and chicken and
The
Captain Spaulding's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can picture going through that. I can picture going through the ride. The murder ride. Like, I can picture all of it. And I'm really looking forward to it. Also, really looking forward to all the tie-ins with the actual Universal monsters. And just really quick, I will say, wouldn't it be so cool if you walk into House of a Thousand Corpses and then, like, you walk into Universal Monsters from it and then go back into House of a Thousand Corpses?
Yeah. Or
Never
you,
gonna
like,
happen.
start in Universal Monsters and transition into a newer, modern house based off of or, like, inspired by the classic movies.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not going to happen. But, anyway, so I just, I'm excited. And like I said, in the House of a Thousand Corpses podcast we did, I'm excited for what it means, where this is a Universal movie that Universal didn't allow to produce, or they produced it, but they didn't want to release it, and then also to, like, all the Universal properties that are in this movie at Universal is where this house is going to be, and boom, just mind blown. So that's my most anticipated.
Yeah.
All right. So, that being said, Mindy, let's do our recap here.
Okay.
So, the
least anticipated
to most anticipated. Does this be your number 10 to your number 1? Lay it on me. Where do you rank them again?
Okay, number 10, Stranger Things.
Yep.
Number 9, Depths of Fear. Number 8, Universal Monsters. 7, Nightingale's Blood Pit. 6, Us. 5, Ghostbusters. 4, Yeti, Terror of the Yukon. 3, House of a Thousand Corpses. 2, Graveyard Games. And number 1 is Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Now, saying it out loud like that, you feel confident with your choices?
Yeah, it's just that, like...
I know, everything's so close. I know.
Pretty much from, like, 9 up, they're all really close.
If it makes you feel any better, I definitely feel like your least and most are 100% correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my list then, so my least to most anticipated. Number 10, I got Stranger Things. Number 9 is going to be Universal Monsters.
I can't believe that still.
I know. Believe it. Number 8, Nightingale's Blood Pit. Number 7, Depths of Fear. Number 6, Us. Number 5, Graveyard Games. Number 4, Ghostbusters. Number 3, Killer Clowns. Number 2, Yeti, Terror of the Yukon. And then number 1, House of a Thousand Corpses.
Your list is just so unexpected. Like, I would have been like Universal Monsters up there. Yeti, like, makes sense. But, like, Ghostbusters and Killer Clowns, like, being lower than House of a Thousand Corpses, it still is just like,
who would have guessed, right?
Yeah. But, I mean, they're all so close. Like, we're looking forward to like, all these houses. I mean, I am looking forward to seeing Stranger Things come to life as well. It's just, I just don't think it's scary.
Listen, I don't want anyone to think, listening to this, that we don't like Stranger Things. Or that we don't like Stranger Things at Universal. So we'll just kind of end it on this note, you know, just to kind of clarify it all in general, that I got chills and tingly on my neck walking into that part of the house where it was all black, and then on the wall you see the red text Stranger Things, you know,
with the music.
Yes,
and
with the
stuff.
music. Like, they literally recreated the, like, opening credits.
Yeah.
Ah.
And it's so cool. And I loved going through, like, the hole in the wall into the other, like, to the upside down and, like, all that stuff. Like, they did a killer job last year.
Absolutely.
It's just, like, but they did it last year, and I feel like the second season is very similar to the first season.
Similar, a little different and, some, like, new characters.
Yeah,
but
so, I don't know. It's fine. I'm still going to go through it probably multiple times as long as my asthma doesn't act up with them trying to pump it full of, like, flying
fog stuff. And
but, like, all the spec things, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, so that's it. That's our list. If you guys haven't gone yet, or if you want to share like what your list was before going to Halloween Horror Nights if you're going this year, or if you want to share what your list would be even if you're not going, feel free to comment on like YouTube. We'll have this episode on there at Spooky Time with Mike and Mindy, so you guys can also share your thoughts.
Yeah, and we're on all the platforms, all the stuff. So just look for us. We're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
I'm excited, and I'm excited to compare this list after we get back too, and go through the houses a few times.
That's part of the fun of this is what we think we're gonna like, and then we go, and then we're like, wow, I was so wrong,
right?
Or I just was not expecting that.
Yeah, exactly.
Good ways and bad ways.
So yeah, we'll also post an episode about our hopes for the Unmasking the Horror tour as well. Yes. That'll be posted the same day this is posted. So if you're interested in that, go look for it.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Stay spooky, spookers.
Bye, guys.